Hi, welcome. Today we're going to learn how to make this video. I'll take you through a few steps on how to generate the assets and how to go about drawing the explosions and rendering those out. Let's go. Okay, so I'm logged into ai-image.pro. We're going to demo the first frame video creation with a bit of drawing. So first things first, we need to create our initial image. So let's go into the limitless creation section. I'm going to prompt for a spaceship orbiting a planet. Let's generate that. So this is the cheap draft generation, which only costs 5 credits per generation, which is pretty cheap. I don't like that one. Let's try Mothership. Yeah, let's go for that. Okay, so we've got a number of tools here at our disposal, mainly move stuff about. We can add assets from the side here. For example, if we wanted a coffee cup somewhere. So if we wanted a coffee cup, I think we could just drop in a coffee cup into the middle of space and we could just adjust that, spin it around. So we've also got drawing tools. So if, for example, we wanted the coffee pouring out or something, some fluid pouring out, we could draw that and have it spilling out all over the ship. And we can change the brush size, do something a bit bigger. The transparency, if we want to make it so it's slightly transparent as it falls, we can do that as well. So anyway, that's not what we're essentially here for. So we've got a floating coffee cup pouring coffee all over a starship. We don't want that. I'm going to add some explosions because explosions are good. So let's get rid of this guy. Go back to the move option, click on that, and we can delete it. I would like some explosions coming out here. So I select the draw tool. Let's make the brush size a little bit smaller. Let's just go with red, shall we? So I want some explosions coming out both sides. So let's just draw some explosions. It doesn't have to be super accurate. We'll have bits coming out the bottom as well, out here. Let's add some alternative colors. We don't just want, we don't want red. We've got orange in our flames as well. We want that. It doesn't have to be super accurate. It's just enough to give the AI a hint on exactly what you want to do. So we've got our kind of hand-drawn explosion. I'm going to try and add a note to this to indicate exactly what we want it to do. So let's click on the text and add a text item here. Double click to edit it. We've got a little explosion passing through the ship. Let's give it a quick arrow to that. My drawing is not so good. Great, so we've got an explosion passing through the ship. We need to render this and see what it looks like. We've still got the prompt here. Essentially, you could give it a hand by saying image of a mothership orbiting around a planet with an explosion. That would give it a great hint. And our text would give it a great hint as well. But let's see what happens without actually passing any prompt text through. So clicking on this one down here renders it. So it uses a better model than the draft. Okay, so let's render. We've got a reasonable explosion there. Okay, so let's use that explosion. We can remove the drawing. We don't want the text either. Let's make this explosion bigger, shall we? Let's draw this a bit better. Bigger, even bigger. I get to witness my incredible drawing skills. Let's make the brush a bit bigger so we can color stuff in. There we go. Let's render this. That's much better. The Starship Enterprise is destroyed. So we can use that in our video. So let's go over to the video generator and we can use this as the end frame and the original as the start frame. So let's go back to the video generator. So start frame, we want to click on this button here to use the image as the initial start frame, and we want our explosion image to be our final frame. Let's put a little prompt in. A spaceship floating over the Earth, as it turns slowly beneath it, gradually explodes in a ball of fire. So let's add that in and generate that. Okay, so we have our video. Let's take a look. Not bad, works pretty well. I would have preferred a bit more of explosion, but let's see. So what I'll be tempted to do with this is, again, potentially use the final frame as the start frame. And you could use a slightly different version of the original spaceship, maybe partially destroyed, to be the end frame. So let's generate that. Okay, let's see how that goes. Whoa, that's pretty good, isn't it? Dramatic stuff. So what we can do in our editor now is we've got two videos. We've got the explosion continuing. We've got the explosion, the initial explosion. So we can join these two together. There'll be identical frames in the center. And that should be one continuous video once we've added it into our video editor. So that's pretty good. That's pretty much it for the video generation. Hope you enjoyed. See you again soon.